Welcome to TNT, our daily news show here on the Thaiger. Starting off with a big thank you and shout out to Jerry, who just like Prince only needs one name. Thanks Jerry for becoming a member. Let's check today's main news stories. Thailand's Public Health Ministry has reported 26 new COVID-related deaths and 3,226 new infections for today. 822 of the new infections were from prisons. The trend shows the provincial totals falling, but Bangkok and adjacent provinces reporting an increase in daily cases. Meanwhile, the Thai government has rescheduled the second dose of AstraZeneca vaccines 16 weeks after the first dose. This is instead of the previously announced 10 weeks, but they're insisting the delay to the second vaccine won't affect the efficacy of the vaccine. The move came following reports that several hospitals have suspended inoculations with the AstraZeneca vaccine amid a shortage around the country. A delivery of AZ vaccine doses to Phuket has also been delayed, putting further pressure on the southern province's plans to reopen on July the 1st. The National University of Singapore says a breath test that can detect COVID-19 infection within a minute has been approved for use in the city-state. The new test was developed by the university startup company Breathenix. The breath test works in a similar way to a standard breathalyzer used to detect alcohol. The person being tested blows into a mouthpiece while software analyses the breath's signature, comparing it to the breath signature of someone with COVID-19. The result of the test only takes a minute, and tests will be priced from 5 to 15 Singapore dollars. Of course, this new test has the potential to be a key driver in rebooting the travel sector in Singapore, which has been reluctant to reopen its borders and continues to impose restrictions as clusters of infections materialise. If successful, the 1-minute test may become a game changer for other countries looking at quick and sustainable ways of testing people as they arrive. It's understood Singapore will initially trial the breathalyzers to screen travellers from Malaysia. If someone tests positive using the breathalyzer, they'll be required to take a PCR test for confirmation of the diagnosis. Officials in Singapore currently use rapid antigen tests for Malaysian arrivals and plan to continue using them until the new breath test is approved. The government is being urged to clarify which private hospitals can administer COVID-19 vaccines to employees, or to anyone else for that matter. The Employers Confederation of Thai Trade and Industry says the government needs to eliminate the legal barriers preventing private hospitals from vaccinating workers. Last week, PM Prayut Chan-o-cha said workers under Section 33 of the Social Security Act would be prioritised for vaccination, some 11 million workers in this category. While the business sector supports the drive, Econ Thai says the government needs to allow private hospitals to take part, but potential legal obstacles are making them reluctant to do so. As far as the hospitals are concerned, they fear they may be held responsible for any side effects experienced by employees until they get the full support from the Thai government. More Thailand News Today right after this. This episode of Thailand News Today is sponsored by RE Marketing. This is the same company the Thaiger uses for all our SEO, marketing and web traffic requirements. The Thaiger's also offering huge discounts on all marketing campaigns right now. Details in the description below. And welcome back. Regional story, and 8:45 last night, 2 trains collided in KL, Malaysia, leaving more than 200 people injured. One train was on a test run and wasn't carrying passengers. The other train was carrying passengers. Both trains were travelling at around 40 kilometres per hour. The crash occurred in a tunnel between the Kampong Baru and KLCC stations in the Malaysian capital. The majority of the passengers, that's 166 people, suffered minor injuries and were taken to nearby hospitals such as the Kuala Lumpur hospital. The remaining 47 people suffered more serious injuries. Malaysian media reports that the train carrying passengers was coming from the KLCC station, an underground tunnel near the Petronas Towers, to the Gombak station at the end of the line. The empty train was also destined for the Gombak station. The Malaysian Transport Minister says that this has been the first major accident involving metro trains in 23 years. Healthcare workers in the northeastern province of Buriram have come up with a novel way to help residents in a closed-off village in Krasang district. The villagers had been quarantined and sealed off from the outside world as a result of a local cluster. So healthcare workers decided to break into a dance routine to brighten their day. The 4 workers, dressed in full personal protective gear, launched into their dance routine, much to the amusement of the local villagers waiting for their testing. Now, this TikTok video is going viral, but the healthcare workers say they didn't expect their routine to prove such a hit. Heavy rain to very heavy rain is being forecast for southern Thailand from today for the rest of the week. The poor weather forecast is being blamed on tropical cyclone Yas, which is currently situated over the upper Bay of Bengal, south of Bangladesh. Yas is heading in a north by northwesterly direction and is clocking sustained winds of around 95 kilometres per hour. The storm set to arrive on land by tomorrow or the day after. It's forecast to keep affecting the weather around the Andaman Sea, South Thailand and the Gulf of Thailand. A foreign resident in Pattaya is almost completely demolishing 2 brand new villas he recently purchased for more than 46 million baht, clearing the way for the eccentric architect Mario Clef to construct newly designed properties with the same facade. The owner of the properties at Pattaya's majestic residence on Pratumak Hill says, "I love the location, but I want a home with a bit more creativity and flair. I've definitely found the right man for the task in Mario." The exterior of the properties must match the rest in the residential area, but the interior design and general construction will be left solely to the 52-year-old engineer, designer and architect. Mario is a Thai citizen, but originally from Germany and somewhat of a local celebrity. He was in the public eye back in 2019 after talks on whether his leopards, Fasai and Typhoon, were legal to own as house pets. It was later determined by a Thai court that the ownership is completely legal. Go figure. That's all for Thailand News Today. Thank you very much for watching, and please, if you get an opportunity, just click that subscribe button. It really does help us. And we've also got our brand new Good Morning Thailand program. It's sort of in a beta version for this week, and you can also join our team by becoming a member. You can do that also underneath this video if you're watching on YouTube on a desktop. In the meantime, we do appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back again tomorrow.